All right, here we are, guys. Hole 7 coming up at ya. So let's see what I can get here. Typically what I'll do in pro is take it off the fairway with kind of like a power 1 option or power 0 option, one or the other, depending on the wind. Looks like power 1 is going to be good for me. Typically maybe one backspin. Other than that, it's ball guide offset. So you can see that I'm just offsetting that guide because the wind effect is going to take it. Another important information is kind of close to a min-ish adjustment when you're landing down here. So that's 5-ish rings, 5.1, 5.2 rings, and that's all I'm going to go. So there's a perfect ball. And let's see how this looks. Not quite enough backspin, but you can see that that effect is coming in pretty good. And it's just something, you know, I wasn't really thinking about it being a tailwind shot, so I didn't crank up that backspin, and I should have just tweaked it just a little bit more. So another half bar. I think I used about 1 on the backspin, and 1.5 is going to be ideal. Another thing, no reason for you to use extra miles, so don't. You can see my opponent does make the switch. But you'll want to try to focus on memorizing where your ring setup is. So you'll want to make sure, especially for this hole, that you're hitting the same spot each and every time. You also don't want to hit up into the face as much as my opponent. It's much better to land down here. And just use the bunkers as your reference. So you have these rings that are going through the bunker in a specific fashion. So just make sure that you match that each and every time. So that way your starting point is the same each and time. So the proper way to play Golf Clash is to memorize and watch the shot that of your last attempt or my attempt or whatever, and memorize all those little things, what you did with the spin, what the rings look like through the sand, stuff like that. And then, only after then, once you have that memorized, go shoot your shot. So that way you remember exactly how to set it up to make it look identical. Without doing identical shot time and time again, you are going to run into that problem of having inconsistencies, and the balls won't run out the same way each and every time. So do keep that in mind, especially on elevated type. You know, we're kind of landing into a little bit of a face. So it's that much more important when landing on faces to be in the exact spots each and every time. Good luck there, guys, and I will see you guys on